Welcome to Surprise Insights. If the word psychopath conjures up images of famous movie villains like Hannibal Lecter or Patrick Bateman, brace yourself. Real-life psychopaths are often scarier than Hollywood's worst nightmares. They're cold, calculating, and utterly charming. Although they make up only about 1% of the population, they blend into society so well that their true nature is often hidden, until it's too late. In this video, we're uncovering 25 truly chilling facts about psychopaths that will leave you questioning just how ordinary they might seem. And hey, if you're intrigued by these kinds of unsettling insights, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button if you enjoy this, and comment to let us know your thoughts. Ready to unlock the unexpected? Let's dive in. 25. Psychopaths have surprising advantages. Surprisingly, some characteristics of psychopathy can be advantageous, allowing them to blend seamlessly into society. They are often highly charming, able to read people with uncanny precision, and possess a superficial charm that can win over even the most skeptical. In an evolutionary sense, these traits might actually give them a leg up when it comes to surviving in social settings. Their good looks and manipulative skills can even contribute to reproductive success, allowing them to pass down these traits. This disturbing idea suggests that psychopathy may not just be a defect, but, in some cases, an adaptation. 24. Dopamine junkies. The way psychopaths experience dopamine, a crucial brain chemical associated with reward, differs from the average person. When dopamine surges, psychopaths feel an almost obsessive need to act on their impulses, regardless of how dangerous or harmful. This intense release of dopamine explains why notorious figures like Ted Bundy couldn't stop their killing sprees. For psychopaths, dopamine spikes when they manipulate, deceive, or control others, turning potentially dangerous activities into addictive thrills that they chase relentlessly. 23. On-off empathy switch. While we often assume psychopaths lack empathy entirely, researchers have found that some can't switch their empathy on and off. This ability to choose when to feel empathy lets them be selectively caring when it serves them while remaining cold and calculating at other times. Such selective empathy enables them to manipulate people more effectively, drawing others in by appearing caring, only to later use that trust against them. This controlled empathy makes psychopaths skilled at deception, taking their manipulation to unsettling extremes. 22. Traits shared with presidents. Some traits linked to psychopathy are shared by influential figures, including U.S. presidents. Psychologists have noted that many presidents displayed fearless dominance, a characteristic common among psychopaths, including leaders like Teddy Roosevelt, JFK, and Ronald Reagan. While these presidents weren't considered psychopaths, their fearlessness and high-risk tolerance reflect a similar psychological profile. This similarity raises questions about how certain psychopathic traits might contribute to assertive leadership, though it also serves as a reminder of the fine line separating leadership from dangerous dominance. 21. America's psychopathy capital. If you're wondering where psychopaths are most common in the U.S., the answer might surprise you. Connecticut ranks highest among the states, but Washington, D.C., surpasses them all by scoring nearly twice as high. Researchers speculate that the political landscape in D.C. may attract individuals who thrive in environments that reward power and manipulation. These findings offer a glimpse into how certain professions and areas might appeal to those with psychopathic tendencies, creating surprising hotspots across the country. 20. Psychopaths and love. When a psychopath enters a relationship, love takes on a very different meaning. Partners are often viewed more as possessions or tools than as loved ones, with any affection they show being superficial. Research has found that relationships with psychopaths are emotionally harmful, often leaving their partners drained, manipulated, and devastated. This lack of true emotional connection and empathy creates a chaotic and toxic dynamic that can have lasting emotional effects on the people they love. 19. Heroes and psychopaths. It might sound strange, but some heroes share subtle traits with psychopaths, particularly a willingness to take extreme risks. A 2013 study found that people with mild psychopathic traits may actually be more likely to perform acts of heroism. The line between psychopathy and bravery can be thin, as both involve a lack of fear and a high tolerance for danger. This unexpected similarity challenges how we see certain behaviors, reminding us that motivation and context can make a significant difference. 18. The scary, helpful psychopaths. Not all psychopaths display violent behavior. In fact, some have shown a willingness to help others, but it's far from comforting. Studies revealed that psychopaths may offer help during crisis simulations, though they often use excessive force or take a disturbingly intense approach. This helpful behavior isn't rooted in compassion, but rather in a sense of power and control, highlighting how even seemingly positive actions can take on a sinister edge when driven by psychopathic traits. 17. The hidden female psychopath. Female psychopaths often go unnoticed, as they tend to be more subtle in their manipulation. While male psychopaths might be more overtly aggressive, women often rely on emotional manipulation, deceit, and jealousy to control those around them. These women can be as dangerous as their male counterparts, though society often overlooks them. By flying under the radar, female psychopaths often leave a trail of emotional devastation that's harder to detect, but no less harmful. 16. Charmingly dangerous. Psychopaths can be irresistibly charming, using their charisma to lure people in. Ted Bundy, for example, received numerous love letters while in prison due to his personable and attractive demeanor. This charm is usually superficial, designed to mask darker intentions, making it easy for psychopaths to build trust quickly. But beneath the charm lies an ability to manipulate people's emotions without remorse, turning friendliness into a powerful tool for harm. 15. You've probably walked past one. It's chilling to think, but you've probably crossed paths with a psychopath recently. Psychopaths blend into society so well that their true nature often goes unnoticed, with estimates suggesting that 1 in every 100 people could have psychopathic tendencies. This means that someone you know, a coworker, neighbor, or even a friend, might fit the profile. Their ability to mimic normal behavior is one reason they are so hard to spot, making their presence a hidden but real threat in everyday life. 14. Governments value them. Certain psychopathic traits, like emotional detachment and fearlessness, can actually be useful in fields like the military or government. Soldiers and agents who can act without being paralyzed by fear are valuable assets in high-stakes environments. These same traits that make psychopaths dangerous in social settings can become strengths in roles that demand decisiveness and an ability to act without emotional conflict. However, the potential downsides of these traits mean that they must be handled carefully. 13. Master gaslighters. Psychopaths are skilled in gaslighting, a form of manipulation designed to make others doubt their reality. They twist facts, deny obvious truths, and manipulate their victims until the victims question their own sanity. This psychological abuse can leave people feeling confused, anxious, and even suicidal after prolonged exposure. The ability to gaslight so effectively allows psychopaths to maintain control over their victims while hiding their true nature, making them exceptionally dangerous manipulators. 12. Fearless. Psychopaths lack a typical fear response, which scientists attribute to an underactive amygdala, the part of the brain that processes fear. This allows them to enter risky situations without the usual caution most people would feel. Because they don't experience fear in the same way, psychopaths can engage in dangerous behaviors with little regard for the consequences, making them more likely to commit extreme or reckless acts that others might shy away from. 11. The corporate psychopath. Corporate environments can be fertile ground for psychopaths, who are overrepresented in positions of power. Their lack of empathy enables them to make ruthless decisions, often at the expense of others' well-being. This can create toxic workplaces where employees feel exploited or undervalued. Corporate psychopaths thrive in high-stakes environments that reward manipulation, often advancing rapidly up the ladder while leaving a wake of harmed individuals behind. 10. Masters of deception. Psychopaths have an impressive ability to mimic emotions, which helps them deceive others effectively. Studies suggest that they can fake emotions, like happiness or concern, even better than most people can genuinely feel them. This talent for deception makes them highly convincing, allowing them to blend into society and build relationships that serve their goals. Because they can't wear emotions like a mask, they're incredibly difficult to detect as liars, making them particularly dangerous manipulators. 9. Psychopaths and narcissism. While narcissism and psychopathy are often linked, they are not the same thing. Psychopaths display narcissistic traits, such as an inflated sense of self-worth, but their motivations differ. Narcissists crave admiration and validation from others, while psychopaths seek control and dominance, often showing little need for approval. This distinction makes them uniquely ruthless, as they won't be swayed by others' opinions or social norms. Their desire for power over admiration leads them to manipulate others purely as a means to an end, making their actions calculated and without remorse. 8. Grandiose self-worth. A defining trait of psychopathy is a grandiose sense of self-worth. Psychopaths often believe they're superior to those around them, seeing others as merely tools or obstacles. This inflated self-view allows them to justify manipulative or harmful behavior without questioning themselves. Their sense of superiority is not just a belief but a deeply ingrained trait that motivates their choices. This grandiosity makes them less likely to reflect on or change their actions, as they rarely see themselves as flawed or in the wrong. 7. Pathological liars. Psychopaths are notorious for lying, often with a level of skill that makes their lies nearly impossible to detect. For many psychopaths, lying is not just a tool but a way of life. They fabricate entire personas and hide their intentions behind layers of deceit. Unlike most people, who feel guilt or shame when lying, psychopaths experience little or no remorse, allowing them to lie without hesitation. This chronic dishonesty makes it hard for others to see their true intentions, leaving those around them vulnerable to manipulation and betrayal. 6. Relentless persistence. When a psychopath wants something, they don't give up easily. Their persistence can border on obsession, especially when it comes to stalking or other forms of fixation. Lacking a typical fear response and unaffected by social rejection, they pursue their goals with unwavering focus. This single-minded drive can make them seem unstoppable, as they won't be deterred by obstacles or consequences that might discourage others. This relentless persistence is one reason they can be so dangerous, particularly when their goals involve harming or controlling others. 5. Internet trolls and psychopathy. Recent studies have found a link between internet trolling behaviors and traits associated with psychopathy, such as sadism and narcissism. Online anonymity allows these individuals to express their desire for chaos and hurt without facing direct consequences. Trolls often seek out negative reactions, thriving on the discomfort they cause others. The sadistic pleasure they derive from causing harm online echoes the traits that drive psychopathic behavior in real life, highlighting the dark side of online interactions and the power of digital spaces to amplify harmful tendencies. 4. Recognizable speech patterns. Psychopaths often reveal themselves through subtle speech patterns, which can give away their detachment from emotions. Studies have found that they tend to use the past tense more frequently, reflecting a sense of emotional distance from their actions. Additionally, they often rely on fillers like or as if rehearsing their words to appear normal. Psychopaths' conversations tend to focus on basic needs like food, shelter, or power, with little emphasis on emotions, which mirrors their detached, pragmatic worldview. 3. The ultra-realistic psychopath in film. Some fictional characters portray psychopathy with chilling accuracy, serving as unnerving glimpses into the real disorder. George Harvey in The Lovely Bones is one such character, who appears as an unassuming, ordinary person while hiding deeply disturbing intentions. His ability to blend into society and remain undetected for years mirrors how real psychopaths operate, often seeming friendly or harmless on the surface. These realistic portrayals remind us that psychopathic individuals can be hiding in plain sight, their true nature obscured by a carefully crafted facade. 2. Psychopaths can experience short-lived regret. While psychopaths generally lack deep remorse, some studies suggest they can experience brief moments of regret, but these feelings are typically self-centered. For instance, they might regret an action if it brings them inconvenience or hinders their goals, but this regret doesn't stem from empathy or moral conflict. Instead, it's based on frustration with a miscalculation. This fleeting, self-serving form of regret allows them to adapt quickly and move on, making them highly adaptable but without any real sense of accountability or conscience. 1. Childhood traits often reveal psychopathy. Early signs of psychopathy can appear in childhood, often through behaviors that indicate a lack of empathy and a disregard for consequences. These behaviors, known as the McDonald triad, include cruelty to animals, fire setting, and bedwetting past a typical age, which can signal a predisposition for psychopathy if they persist. Not all children who display these behaviors develop psychopathy, but they can be early warning signs. Early intervention and guidance may help prevent these traits from developing further, though research on treatment remains limited. Thanks for tuning in to Surprise Insights. If you found these insights as chilling as they are intriguing, remember to like, comment, and share. For more jaw-dropping facts that you won't hear anywhere else, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to unlock more unexpected insights, one fact at a time. If you're fascinated by more dark and unexpected insights like these, Subscribe to Surprise Insights.